Hey guys, welcome back to Tiff Talks 22. I am just gonna do, oh, y'all know I did the big chop this year if you follow me on social media. So last night I tried to do a little struggle ponytail. So that's where my hair is right now. Struggle it was. So it's under this wig today. But yeah, my energy's been so hot and cold today. Hot and cold. I mean, like lightness or light and then darkness, and I have to cheer myself up again in some way. And I was procrastinating doing this reading that I wanted to do for the collective. And then I was like, okay, well, let's do something for the new year, for the end of the year. I just don't know. So I'm just pulling out the decks that I want to use. And we're just going to see what Spirit has for us from them today. Okay? See what's going on. Let's check it out. So our first deck is going to be Magical Times. Spirit, what do you have for us, the collective, from this deck today, regarding the new year, regarding right now? Yes, I know that's right. Metamorphosis, first thing out. Thank you. Because, boy, I mean, I feel that. Goosey's right now, I feel that so strongly. What else from the Work Your Light Oracle deck? This is for my light workers. And I was going to do a reading specifically for you guys. Definitely felt like I needed to speak to you guys. And I've been procrastinating on that for a couple days. Anything else? Like, I expected this. Like, this might need to be a separate reading, honey. It may well end up being just that. Spirit said, yeah, we got some stuff to tell our light workers. Because there are indeed, ooh, goosies. Spirit said, say it. There are indeed major changes happening, especially if you are a light worker, if you are here as an energy worker of any sort. Lots of changes on the horizon for us. Lots of changes with our spiritual gifts occurring at this time. And we have a lot of work to do for humanity in 2022. Okay, next deck I want to use is the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck. What do you have for us here as a collective? Oh, I know I was supposed to take that. Thank you. First card out, guys, is Wisdom. Yeah, so this might be a long one. Buckle in. Okay. And last but not least, handy dandy trusty. I also had another deck I want to use. So considering this one may already be extended. No, Spirit said use it. Okay. So then it's just going to be a matter of if you guys want to stay tuned for so long. I appreciate you if you do. If you're inclined to do so, it's definitely going to be a message here for you. And I'm so glad this particular card came out because I have a little story for it. So I'm glad, and I'm also not surprised. Okay, we'll leave those there. And then there's one more deck that I want to pull from. Angels and Ancestors. They've been calling me very much so. Let me pause you guys. Okay. So oddly, only one card came out of that deck. So that's great. I mean, is what it is, but good. Because as you can see, our space here. So I think I'm going to start actually with the overall energy with this energy oracle deck, because they are usually the most quick and concise messages. My goosebumps are going nuts right now, guys. And I should lay these out the other way because that's how they came out. So, guys, what I'm seeing right off the bat is, of course, lots of people going through transitions at this time. And I'm not posting on Instagram and Facebook right now. I'm kind of done with them for the year. But I did tweet today on Twitter, of course, that there was lots of realignment taking place right now. So that may invoke feelings of anger, feelings of confusion, feelings of sadness, but also joy, because you're knowing that you're about to move into something better, something greater. And so it's so awesome because I see bittersweet here, I see confusion here, I see broken heart, indecision here, and then also metamorphosis here, victory here, but also for the past couple of days, right? So I'm a huge believer in color therapy, right? So usually when I go to pick out what am I going to wear today, what color am I going to wear today, I'm mindful of the color that I pick out. Because I'm an empath, I don't typically wear a lot of black anymore, even though I really look good in black. But a lot of my stuff is still in storage anyway, and black was certainly one thing that I left in storage, and it was on purpose, right? Because I absorb energies, and black is an absorbent color. And so I have not been wearing a lot of black, but I go and pick out my clothes like, what do I want to feel today? How do I want to feel today? And so yesterday I was like, I was going to wear blue, but I ended up grabbing this orange dress. And then today, just like no thought about it, I just grabbed this because it's like the color. And anyway, this color is connected to the sacral chakra. And it's kind of a mix with this one. The solar plexus chakra. That is your gut. That's your intuition. That's your instinct. That is, I am confident. I am all of these great things. It's your self-esteem, your self-confidence. It is everything that you believe about yourself. It is what you desire. It is what you feel. It is what you want for yourself. All the selves, self-love, self-esteem, all of those things. And I have been so friggin' bloated the past couple days. So you guys may be experiencing that as well with this solar plexus chakra card coming out. So I'm intuitively going to say there is a need for us at this time. And then, of course, with it being the new year, moving into the new year, we tend to make a lot of resolutions about what we're going to do differently, what we're walking away from, those types of things. So that region is very, very, very prominent in that, in making decisions about those types of things. Yeah, so this is about your confidence. This is about how you talk to yourself, what you're saying to yourself, what you believe about yourself, right? The connections that you cling to. This is about your insecurities and releasing those. This King of Wands energy. Are you willing to act on your intuition? You trust yourself. How much so, or how much do you not, right? Because you have the Seven of Swords here. So there's some sort of like self-deception. So either you're talking to yourself in a negative way. There's a need for you to be more confident, to build your confidence, to trust the things that you feel. And I don't mean feel like sadness. I mean feel like intuitively, okay? What else do we have here? You also have a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here, King of Pentacles. maybe needing to do some inner child healing, or it also major connection to this is a lot of our inner child wounds, which directly connected to your self-confidence, your self-esteem. These are things that are built and created in the solar plexus chakra, which is developed from like pre-teenhood to young adult to early adolescence. All of those times in between, that's when you are deciding who you are in this world based on what your family, your friends, and society at the time taught you was right, wrong, good, or bad, right? So it's how we tend to judge ourselves based on what we learn and see in our immediate environment, in our immediate world, okay? So there may be some reprogramming going on with that. This could also be about an actual reconciliation as well. But with the Hermit card here, I feel like this is more inner child, some reflections, right? Definitely examining yourself and what things you need to change and what things that need to be shored up within you. Definitely about the connections that you align yourself with this Three of Cups here. And there may be some reprogramming going on with your money mindset and the effort that you put in to certain situations. There's definitely a need with this Hangman energy for someone to maybe take a break, take a step back, and to either see something differently, maybe the work that you're putting in, or you may be a person that uses work to distract yourself from certain things, all right? So Spirit is calling you to take a look at those things and how also your finances, how your finances can connect to your feelings, to your emotions, right? I know several people, and I think it's easy to do when your bank account is not on fleek. The kids still say that? I don't know. Whatever. When your bank account's not looking a certain way, you're automatically depressed, you're automatically sad. Even if you ain't got nothing to do, you just like, that killed my mood. That's that paycheck to paycheck mindset. So anyway, there may be a need for you to look at that and recognize that your value doesn't come attached to your wallet. Your self-worth does not come. Self-worth is here as well, attached to your wallet. This is also, though, directly about a romantic connection, a romantic partnership. There's a need for you to get clear about what it is you feel, what it is you desire, what it is that you're trying to manifest, right? What is going to bring you true fulfillment. And this could be in love for sure. Got that King of Cups here. So what is going to make you happy? There's a need for you to be really honest with yourself about that. That's why that Seven of Swords came out. Okay. You also have the card of Victory, because there are definitely some changes going on. Okay. So you have the card of Victory. Victory is about things just clicking on all cylinders. So I feel like there's an ending here, but someone may be looking at it like a negative situation, but it's going to lead you to abundance. It's going to lead you to success. It's going to lead to your happiness. Why did I put these back like that? I'm sorry. It's going to lead you to your happiness, okay? So let's clarify Victory really quickly for the collective. There's also someone here feeling a romantic loss. You may have ended a connection or ended a relationship. I'm going to get into all of it. Yeah. Someone is wanting to fortify a connection, right? They're wanting to move towards something that is really going to make them happy. But they are conflicted, maybe fearful of competition, that they won't stack up to the competition. They may be fearful of reaction, or they just may be conflicted themselves, because you also have the card of indecision here. And that may be keeping you from speaking your truth. There's something intimidating about the person that you're trying to speak to, but this person is your comfort zone. This person is someone you have a lot of love for. Could be dealing with a Leo there with that Sun card. With that King of Cups energy as well. Water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. This is someone that you're scared to approach, that you may be intimidated by the approach. But there's a need for you to trust your gut, trust what you're feeling, and take a risk toward a new beginning, all right? So get out of this place of indecision and take action. But also with the broken heart here, let's take a look at that, because I feel like this is something. I saw a tweet today where a young lady said she had 3 different friends who were kind of dumped on Christmas Day. And I hate to say dumped. The relationship came to an end on Christmas Day. So she was like, I got to fight a man, a woman, and a stud for her friends. And that's what really inspired my tweet. A lot of times we are wanting to fight for things that our soul doesn't even want for us, that at our core we don't even want. We just didn't want to be, that's the ego. We just didn't want to be the ones who didn't initiate the change. Or we didn't want to be the ones to say, this didn't work for me, right? So when the other person says it, it's like, no, you can't go. Why not? You don't even want that shit. Like that's the energy that I'm getting. Okay. So someone is sad or disappointed or grieving the loss of a connection, a family connection. But there's a need for them. They're being redirected to their independence. Being redirected to a different person, a person who is in that independent energy. You're being redirected to be open to receiving the connection that you actually want. You're being redirected to a new beginning with someone that you've been pining about anyway. So it's like your freedom has been granted, and you're so busy crying over losing what you thought you had that you can't even see the blessing in it. Right? So don't fight for something that, trust your inner knowing. Yeah. You've been pulled out of a negative situation, and here you are fighting and clinging onto it. And that's keeping you from moving forward to your actual peace, right? So, all right. I'm not going to even get too deep into that, because you know if that message is for you. Okay? The next card is Adjacent Possibilities. Adjacent Possibilities is just about Spirit wanting to show you that what it is. First of all, let's not limit Spirit. You told them you wanted something. You wanted this type of relationship. You thought it was going to be with that person. It wasn't with that person. It's with somebody even better than that person. And here you are being sad about that person. That's because you had painted that picture. Spirit's trying to show you. Goosey's going crazy. Spirit's trying to show you that there is better for you. All right? There's better for you. So don't get stuck in that desperate idea like that. It has to be this person. Because the truth of the matter is, it doesn't. I'm not even, okay. Spirit said you said it. Okay. Because look, door to romance. So there is a connection coming in for you. There's someone, look at this card. There's someone who has that key, who holds the key to your heart already. Right? So this is either a new relationship beginning, or a connection that you already have, that you already know, that's going to strengthen. The dynamic of it is changing, and it's going to be emotionally fulfilling. Yeah, and this is a relationship that you manifested. This could be someone that you, and you intuitively feel it, that may have created boundaries with you. Or this could be you so stuck in your boundaries that you're not really being open to this new beginning, open to reception, right? This may change the dynamic of a friendship, from friendship to romance. So there's a need for you to be open to it. Yeah, it's going to, it is going to end a relationship, a connection, and it's going to transform another one. Intuitively, you feel it. You have this clarity with the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you recognize that, wow, this person could be my soulmate. All this dang time, I was thinking that was my homeboy. All this time, I just thought she was my homegirl. Yeah. So, Bolo, be on the lookout for that. The initial card out from Magical Times that we have for you guys is Metamorphosis. It says, trust the process and be patient. Becoming cannot be rushed. Change is beautiful. And it is, but especially if you're a fixed sign, that is hard to see. Especially when you're in the midst of it, right? And when it's like, uh-oh, someone's changing my picture. This is not the picture I had painted in my head. There's great anxiety that can come with clarity. Yeah, you got this Ace of Swords here. So this is about a whole mindset or shifting a whole mindset or belief that you had. And it might be keeping you up at night, which could be the darkness that I was feeling. I slept good though, shit. I don't know about y'all. I was sleeping good. That's the problem. Sleeping like I don't want to get up. That's how I know though there's been a shift in the spiritually, energetically. Um, but yeah, just know that with that Two of Pentacles here, things will come into balance, and you will be able to see this information clearly. You will be guided on which steps to take, and your need to release your insecurity and your defenses and how that's hindering you. Okay? Spirit is gifting us right now with a whole bunch of clarity. It may take you needing to sit in quiet, sit in stillness, do some meditation. Yeah, there's an Emperor energy here who is wanting to give their energy to a new connection, right? There are changes happening perhaps in your financial life, your emotional life, regarding your mindsets and your beliefs, okay? But understand that they're all happening for your good, for you, not to you. And I wanted to pull this card because I saw it when it came out about the rose. It's the ever unfolding rose. It says cracked open. It is happening for you, not to you. So this is that energy, and it's all about perspective, right? How you choose to view something, your perception of something, of what it, your perception of something. You may perceive something to be a terrible ending, right? Confusion here. In confusion, though, in the stillness of confusion is great clarity. That's one of my favorite quotes that I got from that particular deck. Y'all, these goosies, Spirit says say it, these cards have walked me through such a journey of healing this particular year, which is why I'm so adamant about sharing the things that I learned with you guys and sharing the source of it. It is divinely gifted for sure. Let me go ahead and say this now, because you got the card of wisdom here. Wisdom is created through experience, right? So like I try not to share anything, one, that I'm not guided to share, but two, I try to share things with you guys that I've learned based on my experiences, right? My heartbreaks, my successes, my mindset shifts, my growth, my healing, all of it creates wisdom, has created wisdom in my life. You can learn a lesson, but the wisdom is really gained from experiencing it firsthand, okay? So, Goosey's going crazy. So with the ever unfolding rose here, remember that is happening for you, not to you. There's a need for you to shift your perception and be open to gaining this clarity. Maybe it's something someone says around you, something you see on social media or hear in a video, but it's going to help clear up this information for you, this confusion for you, okay? And just switch your perception. Understand that even if you don't understand right now, you will soon, sooner than later. All of the changes in, goosies, all of the change. Somebody, y'all emotional right now too. Like I feel it. I just really want to cry right now, but I'm not going to. All of the changes that you guys feel like you're going through. Some of you may have been experiencing back to back to back to back. It could be for your goosies. Spirit says say it. Could be for your goosies. You're not good. Not for your goosies. It could be for your growth. It could be for you to help someone through it. who is soon to experience the exact same thing that you experienced. Guys, if you are goosies, I got my little shorts on, y'all, so I can feel really, really clearly. So it caught catching me off guard, especially if you are a light worker, though. Just know that there is purpose in everything. Every pain you're experiencing, purpose in it. I lost my sister. Spirit said, say it. Goosies. Why do I want to cry? Damn. I did not mean to cry. I did not mean to get emotional. That caught me off guard. So I was going to say, I lost my sister 10 years ago, like abruptly. I felt it intuitively. And then it was like we were giving a last goodbye. And it was like, oh, maybe my intuition was wrong. It was not wrong. She passed away a few days after that. After we were allowed, our goodbyes and all that stuff. Anyway, since then, I've had not one friend, not two friends, but three friends who were very close to their sisters, like I was, also lose their sisters. And so I was able to, I don't even want to say counsel them, because it wasn't even like that. Just encourage them and talk them through that experience and walk them through that experience and revisit that pain with them occasionally, from that experience, right? So I was like, okay, this is a positive that came from that, because Goosey's going crazy, because they know that I can relate to that pain. They know that I can relate to their loss, right? So when I say it's happening for you, not to you, that very well could be part of it, right? That it is for you to use that experience, to use what you're going through on your journey in the future in some way. Okay, it could, goosies. It could be the loss of a parent. It could be just an experience that you're having. It could be you telling your story and in a novel or book, if you're wanting to write about a situation, and that being just the thing that people needed to hear and that people resonate with, that makes you a lot of money. Like, it just, Goosey's right there. So just know that nothing is without purpose. Every single experience that you have in your life is leading to something. Okay, back to the cards. Okay, so that got a little emotional. I didn't mean to. It just happens, hell. It just happens. So there, that brings me back. I wanted to touch on this card of self-worth. Someone needs to know how amazing they are. I feel like I should have touched on that more with the heartbreak cards. Someone may be talking harshly to themselves, judging themselves really harshly. Low self-worth, guys, low self-esteem is an inner childhood wound. You may not feel the need to go that far back, and it's not usually Goosies. It's not usually just one experience that knocks your self-esteem or knocks your self-value or knocks your self-worth or self-love. It's like a culmination of events, or it's several different things that can contribute to it. So you can go back and look at those things. This is how you heal that. Go back and look at those things and then see what it is you started to tell yourself as a result of that bad experience, as a result of that disappointment, as a result of that teasing. What did you start to tell yourself? Maybe I am this way, or maybe I am, or maybe this is what I deserve. So once you can pinpoint it and see it and call it a lie, you can heal yourself from it. You Goosies, you can walk away from it. That's Goosies going crazy. That is how you reprogram your soundtrack, okay? That's how you reframe the way that you think about yourself. Like, if you think back to that 6th grade experience where somebody said you were stupid, or somebody said, I knew you weren't going to do this. No, you reprogram that, reframe that. 2929 on the clock right now. Look that up if you will, guys. Look back at those situations and like, no, that was a lie. That person said that because they were lacking that. that person said that because they were projecting what they were going through onto me. Like, release those thoughts, those feelings, those emotions that don't belong to you. It's helpful. I had a friend who was like, I don't understand why we got to look back at all that stuff, why we got to relive it. Because you say, you think looking back on it is reliving it. You carrying it around with you every day. That's how you really reliving it. But you reliving it more so in real time because it's constantly with you. And you don't even realize the effect that it's having on you at the time. You know what I'm saying? Guys, that healing shit gets deep, all right? Yeah, I had to say it like that. Anyway, the next the next card out for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and go through these up here. You have the Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. So somebody here, aside from me, because this is a collective reading, you guys heard what I asked Spirit for. Somebody here is supposed to be stepping into the role as a teacher. It could be a spiritual teacher. You could be a person that receives messages, that receives your guidance, your divine guidance, that can access the Akashic records, because you got Akasha right here, which is says your guidance is divinely guided, which I already know that about myself. So if you don't know that about yourself, or you're wondering how the heck did I know that, you specifically, just know that it's divinely guided. You have a gift. You have a spiritual gift. And if things are happening, certain synchronicities, Spirit is trying to bring that to your attention. But here with this card, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher, you may be a person who is here to spread that energy, spread that high vibrational energy, that joy everywhere you go, right? You may be a person who is nurturing. Queen of Cups is my feminine teacher card. Queen of Cups is a nurturer. She's forgiving, she's loving, she's compassionate, she's connected to her emotions. She's also highly intuitive, right? And someone here is going to need to speak their truth and communicate directly in order to move forward into this role, okay? And intuitively, I feel like you already know who you are and what that is. But for whatever reason, you may be holding on to what it is you thought you were supposed to be. And you're refusing or resisting, like, nah, this can't be my calling. Spirit said, yes, it is. Oh, goosies. Spirit said, yes, it is. You're needing to release that, to walk forward into that new energy, into the new you. With the Page of Swords energy, you might want to be a speaker, a motivational speaker. You might want to teach others how to tap into their mystic sides, their High Priestess energy. With that Page of Swords, though, this is your confirmation. This is your clarity. And you may be here to share that with the world. Okay, so be willing to step into that role. Stop resisting your calling. Another one that we have. Well, let me say this while I'm saying stop resisting your calling. Goosebumps. It says answer the call. What is it that your soul is calling you to do? And when I say that, this is going crazy. You could be feeling like called to visit a certain spiritual place. You could be feeling called to perform a certain task, or just a certain goal that you've always had, like that you've always known was your role to fulfill as at your core. You've always known that, and for whatever reason, life getting in the way, or whatever it is, you being fearful of being judged or ostracized by others, you just chose not to do that or didn't do that. Spirit is asking you to answer the call. If you always wanted to be a cop, but cops are getting a bad rep right now, maybe that's the goosies. Maybe this is your perfect timing to step into that role with a disregard to what people would think of that, right? With your desire to serve the community, to improve the community, and to be contributing in such a way, right? Answer the call. Be honest with yourself about what your soul is calling you to do. And this could well be to teach. This is something that, yeah, you feel intuitively, but you may be trapped in fear. This is something probably that you wanted to do at an early age. At an early age. This also could be about a romantic connection, but about insecurity. Your insecurities holding you back. It is something though with this Ace of Pentacles that is going to lead to a new beginning. You may be concerned about what people will think of you, if it's going to cause people to isolate themselves from you. Don't worry about that. Walk in your truth, and it's going to lead you to abundance and joy and happiness, and you'll be in alignment. And there, yeah, with that Fool card, don't be afraid to take the risk, and the Wheel of Fortune, right? Man, when you are walking in alignment, all needs met. Do you understand me? All needs met, like no matter what. No matter what. It just happens that way. The universe will take care of you. Trust that. Okay. The next card out is Seeding the Light, Laying Foundations, and the Divine Plan. So this card is about a supporting role, right? So everybody is not meant to lead. Everybody won't be a leader. But know that there is value in being supportive. There is value in your position as well. Some people are supposed to lead the people. Some people are responsible for gathering and getting the people there. The person that gathers the people that are to be led is just as important as the leader. Woo! I'm going to just leave that there. God, dope. That was most definitely channeled. The Goosies confirmed it. But anyway, the next card out for you guys is Boundaries. It says, where do you need to establish better boundaries? So let's talk about that. Clarify this card for us, Spirit. Boundaries. So, something that does indeed come with being a spiritual leader is the crossing of boundaries. So you have to have those. You have to stand firm in those, because when you are in the spotlight, you tend to get a lot of correspondence in one way or another, and you feel like there's always a need for you to be of service, and that's true. But if you don't take the time to establish the boundaries, to pour into yourself, to take your spiritual baths, to retreat and regenerate and replenish your own energy, you cannot give that to the world. Look at all these. Can you see this? Yeah. Look at all those hands grabbing for that one person. That's fine. It's fine to be of help when you can, but be sure that you're not so busy being of help to all those hands grasping towards you that you forget to take care of you. Okay, so where do you need to establish better boundaries? I know there's one person that I follow on social media, and I was like, well, dang, how will you get this opportunity, or how you get that opportunity? Because she straight up says, no DMs. Like, don't DM me for no reason at all. Like, at all, right? So you can only contact her, but she doesn't have a website now, I think, when she's offering an email. But she's like, no DMs, like, don't DM me for nothing. And I was like, girl, you might be blocking your blessing. But after a while, I began to understand exactly why she said that. Exactly why she said that. Because you have to create a certain amount of space. I've had people that I do a reading for who end up thinking, not that we're not friends, we can be friends, but they end up feeling like, okay, this gives them 24-hour constant access to you. And it's like, well, ma'am, your reading is over. We've talked about this 3 times since that. Like, I understand and I value your feedback, but at the same time, this is me still continuing to counsel you, and for free on top of that. So then it becomes an uneven energy exchange, right? So I'm sacrificing myself for that, right? For lack of boundary. So that's my example for you guys. Let me go ahead. I can clarify if I need to, unless Spirit thinks I covered it well. We'll see. Yeah, I think we're good on that. Okay, the next card out. I'm definitely going to watch this reading back because it is for me as well. The next card back is Protection. It says, call back your power. Cut the cords. Soul retrieval. So, you may feel like someone is pulling on your energy. Someone that you have a connection to. A toxic connection that you know is over. That you know, yeah, this is about a heartbreak. This is about someone that you thought was fulfilling for you, or a relationship that was going to be fulfilling. This is about someone that you're debating walking away from, like it could be physically or it could be energetically. This is someone that is toxic energy, that it may be in competition with you, that creates conflict in your life. Yeah, and intuitively, you may feel energetically connected to this person, and it stresses you out. Spirit says, protect your energy. Just take the pop, speak it. Just speak it. When we see all these cards, we overcomplicate it. That's what I wanted to do was create a deck of my own. And I'm not saying it's off the table because it certainly is not. Create a deck of my own though that is just a little bit more simple, because we see big words and we see everybody creates a deck and they want to wax so damn poetic, but it's like you overcomplicating something that could be so much more simple than that. Call back your power. What does that mean? Speak that shit. Like, say that. Like, I release Michael. I release my attachment and I cut this energetic tie. Like, speak it, okay? Y'all, when I tell y'all, I was walking at the lake one day and I had just talked to one of my exes, and I'm walking, y'all, and thinking about this connection. And I was like, I had talked to him and I was like, I don't even like him as a person. You know what I'm saying? So I'm walking, and what does it say? His name was Lamar. That is not his name, so I can use that. And we're walking. I'm walking by myself, just talking to spirit in my head like I do. And I was like, you know what? I released that attachment to Lamar. I released Lamar. I released the past. I released the negative energy. Kid you not. I kid you not. I'm walking around this lake. I looked up in the sky. It was a plume of black smoke. Just black smoke dissipated in the air. I was like, oh, that's done. That's done. And I'm not saying he don't cross my mind, but it's always like not a romantic energy at all. It's not a negative energy either. It's just like, oh, I know exactly what he's going through at this time. But he is not anybody that I'm losing sleep over, a connection that I'm longing for, or any of that. So I'm just saying, speak it, right? Speak that, release, and let that energy go. Protect your energy, call back your power, cut the cord, okay? And some people, if that is not enough for you, you can do a soul retrieval. That information is all over YouTube. Of course, like anybody else that you would get spiritual assistance from, be discerning, okay, about who you choose to learn from in that regard. The next card out is Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? Some of you guys have what feels like a negative or toxic connection with your mother. You may feel like, especially if you're doing shadow work or you've been looking at past patterns or beliefs or histories, you may feel like you did not get the nurturing love that you needed from your mom growing up as a child. So you may be in a state of a position where you're kind of blaming these things. We're not going to blame. Don't do that. It's easy to do. I definitely did it for a little while until I started to really do the work and to really see, like, we are all just a product of our parents. We're all a product of what it is that they knew to do at the time based on what it is they had experienced themselves. Ooh, it's such a cycle, right? But if you're getting this gooses for this card to come out, guys, and if you're watching this reading and you see this, you are probably one of the ones who is here now to break generational patterns, to break generational curses, okay? So there may be, ooh, Goosey's going crazy. So you may be doing some looking back at your family history. You may be doing some ancestral research. You may be looking back at your mother's relationship patterns and how they repeated themselves for you. You are here to break the cycle. You're here to break the pattern. And the universe is surrounding you with the very, very much so with the love that you thought you weren't getting. You are getting it, and you're able to give it to yourself, and you're able to get it and glean it from the universe, okay? Lots of videos on mothering yourself, on star mothering, the star mother, mothering yourself and allowing yourself to give you the things that you didn't get or you feel you didn't get as a child growing up, right? And a way to incorporate those in your day-to-day life as an adult, and to just rebuild that nurturing, loving, secure, and stable connection with yourself, okay? Last few cards out. The first card we have out is Bittersweet. Bittersweet is an interesting card. I'm trying to get it where you guys can see the word, all these lights around here. And it's still dark behind me. Anyway, Bittersweet is a card of temperance, divine timing, and just taking the good with the bad, right? So in the book, the story that goes with this is about creating happiness even in the midst of sadness. So there's a young lady or a couple whose parents have broken up, but the parents still have to get along for the sake of the child. And it's her birthday, so it's like we get to smile, and pretend. I feel like this is probably what a lot of people's past holiday celebrations were like, right? I can't stand this person. I don't like this person anymore. I'm not in love with this person anymore. I'm resentful towards this person, perhaps. But we're going to go along to get along, right? For the sake of our child right here. And even though people around you may not be happy with your decision to separate or to end a connection or to walk away from a connection, you knowing that what you're about to walk into and what is going to replace that for you is going to be even better. So it's like sadness tempered with joy. That plain and simple. That's what it is. Clarify bittersweet. Yeah, so someone is releasing something, perhaps a past connection. Someone is releasing something because either the divine called judgment on a situation, or you have been manifesting something and in order for you to walk into it, you have to get rid of something else, right? So yeah, definitely divine timing at play here. Spirit is answering prayers, and you may be in this energy of, this is not what I meant, Spirit. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you. But Spirit knew that if they didn't move this situation out of your way, that you would never take the risk to move forward. That you would never be open to growing and expanding your view. That you would never be open to learning and connecting in this new relationship. That you would never be open to presenting your heart to this new person here. So yeah, while it may be bittersweet, there's a need for you to quit crying over what was lost and embrace what is coming. Okay. The next card out, guys, is isolation, discovery, and perfection. So intuitively, I'm getting that someone may need to isolate. Someone may need to do some self-reflection to discover themselves, who they really are at the soul level, at the core of themselves. This could be someone who has a spiritual gift and is in denial about sharing it. This could be someone who has a deeply rooted or deep-seated belief that they have been trying to suppress or repress. They may be waiting for the perfect time to do so. Let's clarify isolation and discovery for the collective spirit. Yeah, this is someone who's experiencing a complete transformation. Yeah, but with that high priestess energy here, allowing yourself to isolate is going to lead to the new you. Allowing yourself to get in touch with the true you, who you truly are, is going to lead to you moving forward in life to what is peaceful for you. Even if you're feeling guarded, even if you take a step back, even if you withdraw your energy, it's going to lead you to really taking some time, or being able to take some time to see things clearly about your abundance, your independence, your confidence, and what is truly meant for you. Okay. And this is almost like a total transformation. You may be feeling like isolated, like nobody understands me, like nobody is like me. But I feel like Spirit is protecting you in that way so that you can take a minute to yourself, so that you can gain this clarity in order to move forward, so that you can be open to stepping into this role of leadership. All right. So isolating is going to be good for you at this time. You may also, there's someone here with this perfection card. There's someone here who is waiting for things to be perfect, or who is saying to themselves, no, this needs to look like this, or this needs to look like that before I can do this or that. Spirit says you're ready now. Perfection is a perception, right? You're ready now. That's just like a lot of people saying, oh, surely they is not supposed to be the ones doing that. Because why would God, baby? God will use any and everybody. It's spiritual. It's people with spiritual gifts hidden in every goosey. Spirit says say it in every realm of the world at this point. I say hidden because they may have been experiencing visions, psychic messages, channels all their lives, but they try to dismiss it, suppress it for the sake of needing or wanting to fit in, right? So perfection. Someone is afraid of appearances. You have the Ten of Swords here and the Eight of Swords here. So there's just a period of them feeling like beaten down, destruction, desolation, and trapped in fear, right? They are afraid to expand, afraid to move forward, afraid to trust and act on their instinct, afraid to follow their heart, right? Afraid maybe of judgment, afraid of how they may appear to other people. But if this is your message, you know it, because there's the Ace of Swords here. Spirit is giving you this clarity. So if this is the confirmation you needed, this is your confirmation. Releasing this energy is going to allow you to move forward. I feel like this is really about a relationship, a connection. It's your wish fulfillment. Yep. Somebody that you're going to be able to build a lifelong legacy with. Even if you're in an energy like where you've been waiting. This is not traditional. What will people think of me? Will this last? Yes. And this is the connection that you manifested. Okay. So walk away from your attachment to ideas and images of perfection and trust and follow your heart. And the last card, and I'm going to read from the book, I think. Let me see. It depends, because these be long sometimes. The last card out is Wise One. I think it's a perfect ending. It says grow within your current situation. So knuckle down. Be reliable and committed. Be open to wisdom and insights from your elders. But this card is based on commitment and reliability. You're being guided to continue working on your growth and expansion. What did I just say about expansion? Growth and expansion within your situation. Be committed to your task and projects. It can be easy to get bored or even overwhelmed, but persevere. You're being reminded of how it feels to be let down and experience unreliability. And you were not born to be that person. So keep working on whatever it is that you're working on. It is going to be extremely beneficial for you in the long run. Okay. So let's see what that's about. You may have had a project that you're wanting to take a break from. But people may need, people may need the information on whatever it is that you're working on to be shared, right? So this doesn't mean don't take a break for yourself. Take a break, but just don't quit. Don't give up on it. Yeah, this is someone who has either a creative endeavor. You may have taken some time to spend with family and friends. And because of the transformations that are going on in those connections, maybe you got a little sad and wanted to withdraw. Or just felt like a blockage or delay. Spirit said keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Walk away from conflict, from disagreement, from competition, and chase your goals. Okay? That's an awesome reading, guys. I'm really glad I did it. Look, because my ass was going to be on break today. But I kept getting these angel numbers like, you got a project to do. You need to do this. Okay, let me knock this out real quick. And then we got all those cards. But I felt called to tell you and share with you every single one. So I hope this was helpful, guys. Let me know in the comments. I do believe, and I hate saying this because every time I say it, Spirit be like, girl, shut up. After the fact. I believe this is going to be the last reading between now and the new year. Don't quote me on that, though. Bye-bye.